what are the scenarios we use, and generally why we avoid to use a select function. So how it is decrease the model performance, and how it is increase dependencies. So regarding this one, we should think, we need to learn and we need to remember. Most of the time, each and every interviewer ask these type of questions, like why should we avoid select function, and how it decrease the performance, and in which scenarios we can use select function. So these things generally repeatedly they will ask. So regarding this one, with some examples we can see about the select function. So basically select function we use for the to pull data from one module to another module. If I want only one item data, if I want only one item data, in that scenario what should I do? So by using the select function I will bring. So for example, you can see here, um, so this is my, what is my source here? This is, you can see, user target module. This is user dimension source module. So this is, I am getting data from this module. So what I do, I will write something. Now you can see. So what should we do? So if I directly refer from this line item to this sales line item, you can see what are the dimensions we have. Country we have, users we have, line items we have. So you can see in my target module, what do I have? Only country I have, line items I have. Country and line item. User dimensions I don't have. Even though if user dimension if you don't have in the target module, still we can bring the data. So that is no issue. So as a user dimension, it doesn't affect anything. So I want to bring that data from there to here. By using the select function I want to bring, you can see user dimension sales data I want to bring, and only US country data I want. US country data, you can see this is only US country. How much data do I have for the US country? In this module, in source module, how much data do I have?
18.
18 we have, correct? All. So for all users you have the 18. So whenever I am bringing, how can I bring this data 18 here? So simply we need to, what is the syntax we have for this select function? So just we need to simply select the source module dot line item. For any process we'll do same thing. Means first we select the source module dot line item for any function while using. So then what should I do? Source, then select function, then what data do I want?
US data.
US data I want. So US country data I want. So simply I need to open G2 country list, and I need to open G2 country. Yes, I have opened. Then you can see I need to click on grid view. Already whenever I am selecting the G2 country, it gets selected. I need to remove this one, remove, and if I select after opening, if I select this one, what happens? G2 country dot US I get, and I need US data I want from the G2 country list. So simply what happening in my target module, I am getting data, only US data I am getting. So other countries data I am not getting. That is the reason 18 constantly you have. So if I change this one to in the source module, if I change instead of 5, if I make the 10, so 5 will get increased, correct? So it become the 23. Then what should be my answer? Yes, 18 plus 5, what is my answer?
23.
23. So we can see 23. So whenever if we want to select any, if we want to bring data from source to target, only one item if I want, in that scenario also I do same thing. And even if I want, totals, if I want totals also, two scenarios we can select the select function. So what is another scenario if I want any one
As
list item?
Asif bhai, one question.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
There you have in the select function you have selected G2 country US, right? And in the source we have 23. But here if you see for the line item profit, we can see all of them has 23 we have got. So is that it will
Yes.
reflect in the same way, or for all of them it will reflect the same way?
All of them it reflects same constant value.
But if somewhere like instead of US, if we select Mexico and it has a different value,
Yes, Mexico value will get, you can see
all
here.
the blah blah.
Yes, all the cells you get the
Uh,
same thing.
okay, we want to separate values. Then we have to select each and every time by putting a comma and then select. Then again Mexico select comma, then Canada. In this way we have to do it.
No, no, one line. If you want individual directly, you can refer now. Then what is the issue? If you want each and every country, if you want different value, directly you can refer
Uh,
by using the lookup other functions you get. What is our requirement here? Only
okay,
one,
so target
one item
one
data
item.
I want. That's it. One country data I want. All the countries data I don't want. Correct. In that scenario only we use this select function here. So are you getting? Yes. Only one item data if we want, then only we'll choose. Otherwise directly if I refer, then all the data I will get properly. Correct. So what is the requirement of doing all these things? Are you getting why we do?
I
Are you
was
there?
thinking that for the US, if you are selecting, then the value should come for only US, and Mexico, Canada, Brazil, all should not be having those values. I thought in that way.
No, 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 it will be entire thing will be same. So entire constant value you get.
Okay.
Constant value you get. One scenario, two scenarios will select. One is the to select only one item detail, and one more scenario, what is the one more scenario to select,
Uh,
to use the select function?
top level.
Top level. So whenever if I want to use a top level, so you can see 254 I am getting. From where I am getting this 254? What is my top level value for this one? 254, correct. So all the regions we have the 254. If I want to select one item or top level details, then we use the select function. Give me a minute. बोलो, बोलो, हाँ, बोलो, बोलो। Yes, am I audible to you? Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
this is the two scenarios where we are pulling the data by using the select function. Then, so why we should not use select function, and why should we use this lookup function? We can see the difference. What happens whenever I use the select function and whenever I use the lookup function? So we can see the difference here. So instead of select function, I want, what will we say in interviews? So instead of select function, we should use a lookup function. Everyone say this answer, but how do you use the lookup function instead of select function? Then what is our answer should be? Yes. What is our answer? It should be. Yes. Are you there, everyone? What is our answer? It should be. How we can avoid the select function?
By using lookup function.
Lookup function everyone knows, but how I can use the lookup function instead of using the select function? The select function, what I have
I
done,
think we can create a line item, separate line item, and pull the data in
we,
a staging module or in this same module. And using that line item, I think we can use the lookup and pull the data.
yes, what do you say, Arshad Ahmed and Abdurrahman? Instead of select function,
By
how should I use?
we can pull the data.
But how should I use lookup function?
Looking into the dimensions, Hasibe, and the dimensions are different. So by bringing that one
In
line
the
here, which is in the source module, then we can pull the data, which are the different dimensions we have.
nothing, don't see dimensions and all. My requirement I have used here select function. You can see. So select function I have used, and if I ask Arshad Ahmed remove this select function and use lookup function here, I say to you, then what do you do? Already I have don't see dimensions and all, and already I have written formula by using select function, replace with this by lookup. What do you say? Only one step we have, that's it, nothing we
Yeah,
have
no, yeah.
already.
Instead of using
Yes.
one item, we have to go for the line item.
Which line item?
Uh, so like based on what we like, US is there, right? Instead of
Yes.
US, the country complete one country line item where we can refer and we can get the values of all the countries.
Simply what should we do in the selection module? You, what should we do? We need to create in the dimensionless module, selection module we have. So last time also we have some numbers we have taken for the different purposes, correct? So select in dimensionless module, we need to create the same country list formatted line item and select the G2 country. G2 country list formatted we need to take and select US, whatever I have selected in the there. Simply we should say by using the select function, whatever I have selected, that thing I need to create as a list formatted line item in the in selection module, in dimensionless module. Simply using selecting that one, selecting direct list dot item, I need to select this selection module. So what, how I am using, you can see. So instead of this select function, how I am using, same process, lookup and selection module country, that's it. So whatever I have selected there, so you can see. So in the US I have selected, that is the reason I am getting the same data. So in my these two line items, I have used lookup here, I have used here
Rest.
select function. So see, I have changed some value just for understanding purpose, 5. So instead of that one, if I make again 5 only, so you can see what is the, still I am getting some difference, means I have changed in the bottom also, I have changed some values. So here also we have 5, and here also what we have kept earlier 5, I hope. So still I have that. Now you can see. So what happening here? How I am getting these things? By using the select and lookup, am I getting the same values or not? How I am
Okay,
getting this these same values?
here you have selected a line item, and there you have to select. You have selected in selective. You have selected one list item.
Yes.
So
Same thing by using the select function, whatever I have selected, same thing. Instead of selecting the list dot item, so that thing we have kept in the selection module and we have selected that line item. So what happens? You can see. So if I want to make the list G2 country, I want to make the production data. So you can see I want to make this list as a production for some time. I want to make production list this one. So what happens? You can see. So you cannot mark G2 country as a production data because G2 country US is referred in the formula without user target module profit line item. What it throwing error? If I select any list item by using the select function, so what happens if I try to make the list as a production? Does it allow me?
no, it's not allowing.
Not
No,
allowing.
no.
So I will remove this select function here. Both the cases, select function whatever I have selected, I will remove this formula and I will go there. This is comes under the ALM process, correct? So in the ALM process, so if why we avoid the select function means, so if I want to make any list as a production, but unfortunately before that if I use that item in the that item by using the select function, what it throws, it doesn't make me, it doesn't support me to make that list as a production. After removing that one, what happening? Does it allow
It's
me or
allowing.
not? So why we need this making the list as a production mean? End user will each and every time they will try to upload their data, edit items, they want to add some items, they want to delete some items. So whatever they want, they will try to do their process. So if we make as a production data, what happens? So they can do, they will get the access in the production model. If I keep the list as a product structural, so what happens? Can they
They
do
cannot.
any changes?
No.
If they want to do any changes, simply what should they do? Simply they should comment as ask to do some changes, correct? Are you getting?
Yes.
So this is what will we do? So this, because of this one, it decrease the model performance if we use a select function. So instead of using this,
Once we given a like marked as production list, then we can use the select function, and there will not be any problem, I think, right?
or why it allow Arshid Ahmed? So are you, what happening? So if I, it simply throws the error. If I make the list
No,
as
no.
a production, if try to apply the formula, same error it throws. So why it allows me? So if I am applied, I made as a production, I am applying the formula. So what happening? It throws the error. Already you made this list as a production list. Why you want to add this in the formula by using a select function? Are you getting?
This happens for every like if you use a lookup function, then this error comes.
I
I
have
think.
used lookup function. I could make list as a production. It is doesn't throwing any error. Whenever I am using the select function only, it is throwing the error. Then how you
Okay.
are
Okay.
asking once again?
Okay.
It
Right.
works only for the select function. So in the lookup
Okay.
function, basically what happening? So we are not selecting any particular item. We are selecting the selection module dot line item. So whatever the item I want, I select here, that data it takes. Instead of US, if I want to take even, it is a flexible, correct?
Yeah.
If I want to bring the
Yes.
data
Yes.
Mexico data, so Mexico data also we get here. So what is our Mexico data? For Mexico also we have the same value. So that is the reason. So it doesn't showing any difference. But if I want to make the instead of 18, so here it is target in the source. If I go and for Mexico, I have 18, correct? So instead of 18, if I want to increase 5, I want to make 10. So 23 we get. So same thing we get in the 23 for the 23 you get, you can see Mexico data we are getting, correct?
Mm.
So simply, so how it works means whatever the things we try to do, so on the base of our requirement, so instead of using the select function, so we can use the lookup function. How in the same process whatever we have used here also we have done the last 2 days back, same thing, correct? So what we have done there in revenue volume inputs, we have done one thing. So in the, if I do something, you can see what is the selection number in the post and offset, what we have done. So for example, for the post or offset, if I give the direct number what happening, and if I give the selection number what advantage I am getting. Selection number if I give whatever the period I want adjust, can I adjust here or not in the selection number?
Mm.
Yeah, whatever the thing we want to do adjust, we can adjust here in the selection module. If I give that, instead of this selection number, if I give the in formula, if I give some number, so what is the difference? If I give some number, it is the structural thing. So if I give the any whatever the number I want, if I same thing that number, if I keep in the one line item, and if I give that line item, this line item, is it constant or it is structural data or production data, this line item data?
Correct.
Yes, can I change this data in
Structure.
the production model or not? This line item data or cell data, whatever the numbers I want to adjust, this thing,
We can change
this is the production data, we can change, correct? So this is the production data, structural data, this number, whatever we can see, these numbers,
production.
production data.
Production data.
But whatever the number we are giving here in the formula, so can I change in the production environment this number one
No,
or
no,
two?
no.
So that
It
formula totally
is
become the structural data, correct? So that is
structure.
the reason,
Yes.
what should we do?
You keep in line item, then it is
Whatever the
editable
thing,
and in the
whenever,
front end.
yes, so whenever they ask, so we should avoid the select function, everyone says simply avoid select function, instead of select function we should use the lookup function. But how do you use the lookup function instead of select function? So then what, so this is the generally direct answer everyone will give. So but whenever they ask the cross question, so how you understand that one, that point whatever we are saying. So if you are theoretical answer, so no one for cross question we can't give the answer, and even they don't satisfy. So if you understood very well, and instead of look select function, how do you use the lookup means, if you give the proper answer, so in the select by using the select whatever I am trying to do, so same thing I can keep in the selection module, and that one I can refer in the my formula. So what happens if I do that one? So whatever the result we want, we get the same result. But the what advantage do I get? The data is the production data, correct? Correct, that is the production data, and
Yes,
even
yes.
by avoiding select function our model performance will get increased. And it doesn't depends upon anything, it is the totally production data. So in the production environment also we can do the changes, so whatever the country data you want, you can do, so not fixed for any one country. So you can change according to your requirement, so whatever you want. So in this way what happens, so these flexibilities you get, so something in the, what is mean by hard coding is this comes under the hard coding as well. So what is mean by hard coding?
Which not get changed with the time or with the changes. So that is called hard coding, right?
So in the formula
Like
I
if
have given for offset, for example, this number I have given, this one, this number I have given for this formula, I have given number. So if it is always constant everywhere, it doesn't require any changes, then we can directly give the number, not a issue. But which we needs to change yearly, yearly or somewhere, sometime we require. So in that time what should we do? Instead of selecting giving some number in the formula, what should we do?
it give a line item.
So we should create in one input line item. In that one you can give, in the generally this selection number also we give in the selection module only, this type of things. Why means, so this type of things, whenever the user want, try to give some input and they will check these things. So we don't give in the target module, we are practicing, that is the reason we have given. Most of the time we'll give everything in the selection modules. So this selection module, they give some number input and they will check result how it is affecting my outputs. This way they will think. So what is meant by hard coding means, in the formula if I have given any number, how do we should say, simply everyone say we should avoid the hard coding. So what is meant by hard coding? In the formula if I give the any number, so it is the hard coding. How can I avoid the hard coding? Again,
providing a line item with the line item in the
what line
formula,
item
then
should I create and what should I
selection number, right? Selection type of
Input
number,
line item we need to create.
input line item.
So whatever I am doing the hard coding in the formula, that thing if I keep in the one input line item in the selection module, if I refer that one instead of using that constant number, so what happens? It will be flexible for us. So whatever the number you want, you can change, and it is the production data. So whenever, even in the production environment as well, if I want to change, what can I do? Can I change or not that selection numbers, input line items if I have? So can I do the changes or not?
Yes.
Yes, this is what hard coding. We have hard coding, same thing, and whenever we are discussing select function comes under the hard coding only. Why we are saying the select function is a hard coding? What it does exactly?
It targets only one item actually.
So it
Instead
is
of
selecting only one item, it is getting fixing. It doesn't give any other result, only it keep with only one item. So because of that one, what happening? If I want to change in the formula also, we can't change, correct? So in the lookup, what happening? What we are trying to do?
we're trying to select any input line item, then it gets changed according to the changes made in the selection that input line item. Then we get the flexible results.
Yes. So this is what happening. So hard coding, and by using what are the advantages and disadvantages of select function means. So that thing comes, and apart from that one, hard coding, how we should avoid, and these things we need to try to remember. And so what is daisy chain? What is daisy chain?
If any module line item we are using, like in a data module, system module, output module, calculation module, repeatedly we are using it, means it is called it as daisy chain.
So what happens, you can see, repeat, this is my input modules, revenue and price and volume input modules, and these are the reporting modules, are generally output modules. So whatever our reporting modules we have. So if I have the option to pull this data from here to here directly, if I have option, 100% I should use directly from, I should refer in the profit and loss report module. If I want revenue, price or volume input, simply I need to pull from here to here. But if I want this price or volume, then what happening, generally this price, even we refer these modules, some other modules, and different modules we refer. So if this thing, if we refer somewhere here, third module, and if we refer the same thing here for second, third time, and again I am refer, instead of taking from first point to here, if I have the chance, I am taking value from here, same thing. So what happens? How I am getting this value, price value, how I am getting this module? It is getting from rev 02. For rev 02, how I am getting the values? Rev 01.
Rev 01.
So instead of how it daisy chain means, so if you have any chance to, so in government works what happens generally, if you have, so directly if you want to go, we can do our works, so that is the direct work. But if you consult any agents, what happens, so we need to pay to the agents and agents will take care. So in, if you have the, instead of direct contacts in middle person, if you have, so then what happens, so it will be little bit, you will get less communication and lot of things we have. Same way, if I want to data from input module to output module, if I have the chance, so directly each and every time we don't do, so if I have the chance, then I can pull. But this data we are pulling here and this data we are pulling here, and instead of taking from the first module, I am taking the this third module, from third module I am pulling in the final module. So what is mean by this? This is a daisy chain, but each and every time can I pull from here to here only, means on the base of our requirement we should think. So directly each and every time we don't get from directly. So in few scenarios, if you have the requirement, then it is fine. But you, if you have the chance, what should we do? If you have the chance, what should we do?
You have to refer directly.
So we have to refer directly from the, what is our source we have. So that is the thing we need to think. So this is a daisy chain. If you are referring one place to 2-3 modules, from third place to, if you are referring your module, so that will be your daisy chain. So we need to think, and how this is also daisy chain also sometimes ask. So whatever they want, like so they repeatedly they ask, and they try to remember this one. This is also decrease the performance, so because of this one. And apart from this one, we have used one select function in our module earlier, category and something we have created some modules, correct? Category and product. So where is our category and product? For TCS scenario we have created.
Yeah, that is TCS target.
No, TCS car and that will be different. Target module, yes, I hope this one only. Target module, TCS target module, total percentage. Yes. So what here also we have used the select function. So what we have done, how we have, why we have used this select function here? Yes, this is the units we have, input line item, and I want percentage totals I want. Then what I have done, units 3 divided by, I want the totals, 3 divided by 20 I want. So in that scenario, what I have done? What I have done here?
Select function refer to the all products.
So units divided by, again I have selected same line item, select all products dot all products, means I have selected this one, 3 divided by 20. 3 divided by 20, how much do we get? 15%. So next cell, what happens? It checks each and every cell, it takes the same cell, 5 divided by 20. How much percentage do we get? 25. So we are selecting same line item divided by same line item, then same line item by same. If I select the unit by unit, what result it should be get? 3 by 3, 1. Everywhere I get 1, correct? If I don't select and all products and all. So what happens in that scenario? Yes, units by units, what do I get?
1.
1 only we get simply. But what we are trying to do by selecting units, and in that units line item, what should I get? I am selecting this top level. If I want to select this top level, so what is the route I have? If I want how much percentage it contributed each and every cell, so sometime they will ask in which scenario you can use only select function. So what should we give the answer? Here if I want to select the top level, do I have any option? Here in this, so we can use only select function. So here we simply can use the select function. So in this way, so wherever we have the chance, like you can see what is the purpose of using the select function. And if I some list, if that list I am not making as a production, so that places you can make still you can use the select function. Still what will we do, we'll try to do the avoid the select function, but scenarios whatever we have, so we'll try to understand that scenarios where we are using. So here parent percentage means 3 divided by 8, how much we are getting. So this we have done, so by using the lookup module we have done. So this is about the select function, how we can hide, avoid, and how do we use instead of select function, lookup function, how we can use. And these are the two things we have. And one more thing I want to show, whenever if you have my source dimension, one extra dimension user I have, you can see. And in the target I have the every dimension is same, but user dimension I don't have. Country is same, line items are there, but I don't have the user dimension. Then how can I pull data from there to here? How can I pull? How can I pull my data?
First, we need to get that user dimension here.
No, without user dimension only I want the data. I don't have the user dimension, still I want data here. How can I bring? I want to import. How can I import?
By creating saved view.
What saved view should I create? This is a user, especially this is for one user we have. So this pride MEP we have one user. So this person values only he needs to watch. So others values he should not watch. Even this 5 whatever we have, that only he should watch. That only he want to import from user dimension source to target. How can he import the data?
We can current filter current user we can apply here.
So what should we do? So we need to create one saved view. So in that we need to apply basically one filter. So what is the filter?
Current user.
You can see. So current user filter we need to apply basically. So in the users, if I use the current user, what happens? So if one user is trying to import, so what data he will import? If one user is importing, he don't have other user access even. So only we are keeping the filter as a current user. Then for user, what he can see, the what data he can see now after selecting?
Data. Whatever his data is there.
His data, whatever he have, he can see only that related data only he can see, correct? So can he see others data?
No.
So simply what can he do? So by selecting saved view, current user you can see, and if I apply as a save as, so user view if I apply, current user if I apply the filter, so what happens now? User dimension I have in the source, so I have applied current user. Then I am going to my target module. You can see everything I want to make as a 0 here now. So now I want to import the data here. So selecting, click on import, I want to import. So which module connect to Anaplan model? And saved view, which saved view I have? User view. So this view I want here. So country I have the column 2, it is fine. So other than that one, you have the column header. So line what should we select here?
Column headers.
Try to select the column headers here. So then country is anyway it will get me up. So if I go to here, what happens? What data I need to import and which line item I need to import? From which line item?
Prior to sales.
Sales line item I want to import. So then
Running. Ignore unmapped and
ignore unmapped we need to do. So we, yes, so one line item not ignored, so it is fine, but successfully it get imported. Now you can see, so what happens now, did I get the data or not? Yes, I got the data. So how I got this data, even though if I didn't do that one, why it is getting updating the data? So why it is getting updating the data?
because of
We have
the
applied as
user, the
a,
dimension we have added.
we have
file
applied
filter.
as a current user, and because of this one, even though if you have the user dimension extra in the source, we can import, we don't get any error. We need to understand this one, and by applying the current filter, what happens, so only user can see his data only. Why I am getting this extra data? Only few data we have here, but why I am getting this extra data? Yes, why I am getting? So I am workspace administrator, correct? For workspace administrator, what happens? Can I see all the data or not? All the users' data or not? For me, yes. For me, what happens?
Yeah, all the users you can see.
All the users' data I can see. Why means? So we are the workspace administrator, but whenever user do this work, what happens?
He can see his own access.
So only he can see his data only he can see, correct? So this one we need to try to remember these things. So whenever if you have the extra dimension also, that is possible. So these are the things we have, and apart from this one, so we have one more function also we have used here, is first occurrence. So what is this is first occurrence?
While importing the data, it will avoid duplicates into a list.
So you can see, so what happens here, if I am, you can see this is my text data, this is my text data. So I have made the combination. Then you can see what is my, how I am identifying. I made the combination of this one, project 1 SKU1, project 2 SKU2. So whenever I am making the combination, you can see project 1 SKU1, if I get again, so it should get the duplicate. So this is a text they have given interviewer, these two line items. So this is a number list, simply we have given, and this data they have given. He want this one, so unique combination they want. So here few scenarios you can see. What is this combination? This project 1 SK1 already I got. So if I made the combination, you can see, am I getting the double or not? Project 1 SK1 here. Yes. Are you able to see first and this fourth combination?
Yes.
Project 1 SK1, project 1 SK1. So I am getting the combination. So they have given some data and they want unique combinations. So unique combination they want, whatever the duplicate combination they have, we should avoid it. So how we can avoid it? So anyway, we know, like if I have any data, simply I can make the combination. So that is we know very well. So by concatenating the two things, simply you can make the combination. But I want, so whether it is the unique or duplicate, I want to know. So how can I get to know?
Using
By
this
using
first
this first occurrence.
If it
By
is yes,
using
yes or
by
no.
using is first occurrence, we can get, so whether, so this combination is existing first time or so second time it is existing. So you can see is first occurrence, combination line item I am taking, and what dimension we are taking here, whatever the dimension I am using here, that dimension only I am taking. So serial number only dimension I have used. Why I have used that same dimension? I am checking this combination. I am checking this combination whether it is first time can we see here or whether it is getting duplicate. So whenever I have the duplicate, what happening? Am I getting true? Why I am not getting true this one, this project to SKU2? Already does it exist or not somewhere?
Yes, on
So
top is there.
top we have, it is existing. Already you can see here also it is existing. So project 2. So wherever I project 3 SKU3, why I am getting duplicate this one?
It's
Already
already on the top.
we have here as well. So in this way, where if you want to find any duplicate things, so what should we do?
Is first occurrence function.
Okay. So by using the first occurrence, we can identify in this dimension whatever the combination we are getting. So whether it is the unique or duplicate. So simply for this grid, what can I do? I can apply the filter. So for this grid, what can I do? So if I apply the already valid filter, already I have applied here valid data. So how I can apply the filter for this grid? Valid line item combination source module, valid line item, if it is true I want. So then what happens? Does it avoid the duplicates or not? If I apply same this line item for this grid as a filter, what happens in that scenario? Yes.
Duplication line item it is removing.
So duplicate combination it get removed. Only we can see the valid combination. If I remove this one, what happens?
All it will shows.
All data we get. So if I apply, we get only valid data.
Valid
So
data.
whenever if you want only unique things or something, if you are doing validating and something, so for grid, what will we do? First we'll import our raw data. Raw data will import, and after getting raw data in the, this is about it is similar to data hub or data validating and concept, same thing. So whatever the Excel file, transaction file or Excel file, whatever they provide, so we will try to import the data in our data hub model. Then what will we do? So we will try to find, so whatever the unique data we want. Otherwise, if some scenarios what happened, we will try to aggregate the data. We will convert from text to list here, and after converting text to list, what will we do next? Next process. So what will we do? We will aggregate the data. How we will aggregate from here to data hub target module? By using this whatever the text formatted list formatted line item we have in the source module. So this module we use as a dimension there, and by using, if I have the sales data, for example, sales on the base of sum will use, source and mapping line items are same, sales SKU wise, product wise I will take, and these two should be as a dimension in the my data hub target module, and we will do the aggregation. If I do the sum, means it will get aggregated the data, and same dimensions whatever we are using in the data hub target module, that we will use in the spoke model. Spoke model also will use dimensions of the product and SKUs, and from data hub target to we import in our final target module. So that similar scenario we have done by using the Excel data upload, by using like different scenario 1, 2, 3, 4 scenario whatever we have done. So earlier I hope 10 days back whatever we have done, so data hub staging, data hub target, whatever we have done, so that is the what we are trying to do. Transactional data we are aggregating from data hub to our spoke model. So that is the process, similar process. So try to implement all these scenarios and update me here. So what are the things we have done? I will share the recorded session. So but we have covered lot of scenarios here. So if you don't implement 100%, you will forget. So try to implement all these scenarios and update me. Yes. So Arshad Ahmed, can you share your screen? Can you show? Select
This
function,
one?
how we can avoid? Yes. how we can avoid the select function, and instead of select function how we can use the lookup.
Okay, one minute.